We have reached Mood village. Now, almost the entire distance of 50 kilometers was a dirt track that is from Kaza. But indeed, it was very scenic. At an altitude of around 3,810 meters or about 12,500 feet, this Mood village nestles at the base of the Parvati range. Now, this range towers almost vertically, but that is about 1,600 meters or 5,200 feet above. Mood village is, near the boundary of the Pin village and is a convenient base for treks, especially Pin Parvati trek and the Pin Bhaba trek. Now we are now searching for some accommodation, and we were glad to learn that there were no rooms available at Tara Guest House as we identified two decent homestays with excellent view, and that is the Ibex homestay, which is bang opposite Tara Guest House, and Namka, just a few steps ahead on the left. And this is our room, just to show you. That's bathroom inside, and this is our room. The pillows are nice. The blankets are also fluffy and good. Okay, I was eating some snacks here, homemade, homemade papris. You know, homemade papris, very helpful. The view outside the window, a dressing table, and again a view outside the window. So pretty okay. You can't expect much in these small villages. We are chilling and enjoying the food at the same time at Namka guest house. These people are so good. They have got such good cooperation and coordination. While few of us are staying at Ibex guest house, we ordered food from Ibex and we requested if they can, serve it to us at the Namka, because Namka has an, indoor and outdoor type of a restaurant which they gave it to us. So we are very, very comfortable. And here we are discussing about tomorrow. We also met one local person who is willing to come to us and take us for a nice trek, not the Pin Valley types, but a perhaps 4 or 5 hours trek, which would be enjoyable. So stay with me while I talk about Mood Village. It would not be wrong to call Mood Village as the heart of the Pin Valley. It is definitely not the biggest village in this valley, but in terms of tourism, Mood is one that serves as a destination for everyone coming to Pin Valley. I think here the biggest reason behind this is that it is the last village and the road ends here. So everyone coming this way perhaps plan to go as far as the road goes, dekhi jayegi types, and stay here for the night and return the next day, or perhaps stay for even 2 3 nights. All the other villages, and towns, they all fall on the way, whether you come towards Mood or go from Mood. And the second reason is, of course, of the view that you get from this village is really beautiful. As usual, all these places they have fantastic view, but they are of slight different natures. Now, if you're traveling by, before I talk about the transport, let me also tell you that this Pin village, that this Mood village has a cluster of perhaps 40 odd homes and few guest houses, and it is connected with the rest of the state and country with this motorable road. And yeah, this road is, a dirt track, especially from Kaza all the way is about 50 kilometers. It was a dirt track, but the scene was beautiful. Now, if you're traveling by public transport, then there is a daily bus from Kaza to Mood village at 4 p.m. in the evening, and you can always board that. And you know what the best thing is, that this same bus reaches Mood by about 6 6:20, and it halts here and for the entire night, and then travel. You can travel back to Kaza because the same bus leaves at 6 a.m. the next day from Mood Village. So it becomes a very convenient thing for you to stay overnight and have your return journey by the same bus. Now, why do people come to Mood Village? Now, there are some hardcore trekkers who would like to, go on a serious trekking like Bhava Pass trek and a Pin Parvati Pass trek. Both these treks are they are for professionals, not for you and me. Let me talk about Bhava Pass trek. Now, now, I must first mention that this is, by the way, I'm taking these excerpts from a very good website, and I must credit this to him. It is verghezekhan.com. So please do visit this website, and he has got all the information about Spiti in detail. So talking about the Bhava Pass trek, Baba Pass, it forms a ridge between that Kinnaur Valley and Spiti Valley. So this trek means that you can cross over from that lush green Kinnaur to the cold desert of Spiti Valley, or vice versa. But the vistas you get to see on the way is marvelous. It's a beauty. The usual way of doing this particular trek of Baba Pass trek is to start from Kafnu in Kinnaur and end at Mood village. But you can do it other way around too. Now, ideally, it takes about 7 days and will require that you are physically fit. Huh? Just do not think that it is easy and come on, let's go for that trek. You got to be physically fit and have some prior trekking experience. Now, if you're inclined to such treks, you can get several guides, several operators from Mood village itself that will love to be your, personal guide for the adventure. We also while we are trekking, we saw a group of 8 people along with the guide and helpers to carry the food and other paraphernalias, and they were going to do the Pin Parvati trek. By the way, Pin Parvati trek is much more difficult than Baba Pass trek. I will talk about Pin Parvati trek in a few seconds. Let me go back to Baba Pass trek. So while it takes 7 days to trek, the maximum altitude you will reach during this trek to Baba Pass trek would be around 16,100 feet.
Bad luck भी अच्छा है.
And you will be covering about 50 kilometers. And do not attempt to do this trek in the winter. Do it between June to September. Now, talking about Pin Parvati Pass trek. Now, this is the second and the even more challenging of these two treks, heading from Mood village or the other way around. Now, Parvati Pass is a mountain range dividing the Spiti Valley and Parvati Valley. Where we are at the moment is the Parvati Valley. So on one side you have the lush green of Parvati Valley, and on the other side, cold, barren, brown color of the Spiti on the other. Now, of course, as I said, that this is a difficult trek and lasts for about almost 11 to 12 days. Now, ideally, this particular trek, it starts from Barshaini near Manali, and from there you trek to Kheer Ganga, and then to Tunda Bhuj, and then to Mantalai Lake, cross the summit and reach this Mood village. Now, this is the ideal way of doing, but of course you can start from Mood as well and do it the other way around. As I said before, you can hire your own, you can get the local guides who will from the Mood village itself. Now, the maximum altitude you reach during this trek is 17,457 feet above sea level, and you would be trekking for almost about 100 kilometers. This terrain is rugged, due to which it is best recommended only for seasoned travelers, not people like me. No way. One has to train. Anyway, I'll just let you know about the Mood Village weather. The best periods again to visit the Mood Village is between April to September. Why? For obvious reason, because in winter the temperature drops to minus 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, dear friends. While between April to September, the average temperature ranges, 25 degrees during the day and 10 degrees drop in the night. Now, this should give you an idea of how extreme the things get here. Cold, harsh, being mountain is unpredictable and unforgiving. These are the few words that one can describe the weather of not just Mood Village, by the way, but the entire Spiti Valley during the winter season. Yeah, the entire Spiti Valley, is basically a rain shadow area, which means that it either does not rain here, or if it at all, very, very mild shower. However, the nearby areas of Kinnaur and Manali, they receive heavy rains each year. Therefore, the landslides caused by heavy rains in these areas are very common, which can make reaching Spiti Valley a little tough. Thanks for watching, and if you do like my travel videos, please do subscribe and of course share and like.